Hello everyone, Dr. Cumulus here today. How are you? You know, it is very hot outside today, and you're probably thinking that too. You're probably thinking where you're at, oh man, it's so hot out here. It is very hot. It's hot enough to cook food completely through. Steak, eggs, chicken, name it, and you can cook it. If it's frozen, it melts. Really. Go figure though, right? Kind of like on Vegas Vacation whenever, what's his name, threw the chicken on the steak, or on the rock. Pretty awesome. Try it out. It's pretty healthy. Actually, I have no idea. I have never tried it. But if you're trying it, please record and put it up here on YouTube and get it on Ray William Johnson so I can laugh at you. Okay, so I want to talk to you for a little bit. Okay, it's been so hot, and you know it's very easy to experience heat-related illnesses, whether it be stroke, exhaustion, whatever the case may be. There's a bunch of different things you can do to very, very easily hurt yourself in heat. So I'm gonna give you 3 different tips. 3, and then I'm gonna teach you something really neat, but 3 different tips on how to better protect yourself in high heat temperatures like what we've been experiencing here in Oklahoma and West Central Texas. And I'm gonna reenact all of these so you can hopefully have them stick a lot better. Tip number 1, drink plenty of water. Honey, I'm home! Water, necessary. What a day at work. Just think of water. Ooh, water. How are you?
Hello, big boy.
Wait, when did water start talking?
You want to drink me?
Okay.
Yes, I can talk. Of course, I'm water. I'm H2O tolerant.
Yeah, I know you're H2O tolerant. You're water. You're 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen times a plus.
No, don't touch me. No.
Yes, water. Not beer. Just water. You drink beer, soda, and all that, your system starts to get real shaky. I've been through it myself. And trust me, if you're in the military, you're forced to drink water. So keep drinking it. You'll be grateful later, if you live. Tip number 2. Do not overwork yourself. Oh, this plastic weighs so much. Where am I supposed to go with this thing? This thing weighs more than my ex-wife. Wait, I was never married. Or what? It weighs so much. I can't take it. Gotta get inside. Now, some of you that are in the military, you do have to work outside and do stuff outside and all that stuff, especially if you're in the security aspect of it. You have a lot that you have to do as your responsibilities. Okay? Well, even the people in the oil field have a lot of responsibilities. There's a bunch of different career fields out there where your responsibilities leave you no choice but to overwork. Which leads me to my 3rd and final tip. Take breaks. Whoa, I should so go on break. This has been a heck of a day. Take regular breaks, because if you don't, you're gonna hurt yourself. I would give you, say, if I was your employer and you were working outside, according to how hot it is, you'd probably get up to a 15-minute break per hour, just so you don't end up being my next victim. But storm chasing really doesn't have much to do with the heat or anything, because you can sit in an air conditioner truck all day like this. Yeah. Okay, so those are your 3 tips. Let's look at something that I think is really neat that might be able to help better understand your vehicle. If you drive a vehicle and it tells you the outside temperature, I might be able to give you a better way to understand what the true temperature is versus what your vehicle tells you. So all of you know this, well, for those of you who do not know, this is Stormhound. This is the one that goes with me every time I storm chase. In fact, it's my only means of transportation. It's a 2003 Chevy Silverado. Now, what I wanted to tell you was how, you know, on the inside, how you see this little sensor that kind of tells you the outdoor temperature, and some vehicles even tell you the inside temperature. Actually, most modern day cars tell you both inside and outside temperature. But there's a problem with reading that temperature, the accuracy. One time I got in here and it said 114 degrees outside. That's all it gives me is the outside temperature. But I knew it couldn't be 114, so I looked into it. It was about 98, 99 degrees. It wasn't really that bad. I mean, that's hot, yes, but it wasn't that hot as much as it had said. So look, see that little sensor? That thing is small. Let me just briefly explain to you why that is not 100% accurate and probably not the best thing to go off of. Alright, I remember teaching you a long time ago, if any of you remember, teaching you that heat rises off the ground. And when heat rises off the ground, that parcel of air becomes saturated and you get a cloud. Alright, well, vehicles release heat, but they also absorb heat. Where this little sensor is, which is obviously probably about the size of my palm or smaller, is about where the heat is. That heat is absorbed into that sensor. Now granted, you want to be able to find something that is completely separate. For example, setting up a pole that it has a temperature sensor on it, but that sensor is more isolated. The sensor on this is part of the truck. That heat is absorbed and released from the truck. So the sensor can read much hotter than what it really is, or even much colder, because you know whenever you get inside it says, or whenever you sit inside of a burning hot vehicle, it feels like you just stepped into the pit of Hades, I'm sure. Well, in this case, the only reason the vehicle sensor reads as high as it does is because of the simple fact that heat is stored and released. You store heat, it gets hotter, and you release it, you'll release some heat, but you're still going to be pretty hot. So if you start driving this thing, you're going to see the temperature is going to change. You know why? Because whenever you're driving, that wind is actually decreasing that temperature. It's considered wind chill, even though it's not really much chill in some situations. So you finally got to see Stormhound. You understand now, hopefully, a little bit better of the reasons that the temperature readings are what they are. Now some vehicles, I've seen this with BMWs in Europe, some vehicles actually have computers inside of them that actually transmits from a server, whether it be the Weather Center, the National Weather Service. Some vehicles come with computers that you can program to tell you the current conditions of where you're at. So there could be differences there. But overall, your sensor is, where a special reminder is, it's going to be there on the window and it's going to be absorbing the temperature based upon the glass. Because that glass is absorbing that heat and that heat is releasing into the vehicle. You don't want to leave your vehicle running too long with air conditioning because obviously you'd kill it. So effectively, do you understand now? I hope so, because it's a very simple concept. Heat is stored and then transferred and released into the inside of the vehicle. So sometimes when you sit in the vehicle, it feels like 100 degrees hotter than what it really is. Same way whenever it's cold. That cold hits the window and then it's released into the vehicle. Again, not all sensors are the same. I do hope this has helped your understanding. Thank you. Thank you for watching this exciting installment of Justin's Wild Weather Adventure. Keep yourself safe out there. With the heat as bad as it is, I'd hate to see you on YouTube and everybody's like a funeral for the dead man who overheated. Or woman. Okay? Stay cool. Stay in school. Keep out of the heat. You know you can beat. I'm not a rhymer. Just random thought. Have a nice day, everybody. Thank you.